Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan for those that are new here. I typically talk about my life in tech, and today I'm doing a work from home video with me. It's a very calm day. As you're watching, it's currently Thursday, which means my busier days have already passed by. I wanted to just take the time to show what the day in life working from home is as a tech consultant. This video is just going to be very relaxing, and I hope that you enjoy it as you come along, just to see what you would live like if you were in a more work from home in a rural area. So one thing that I typically do in the morning after getting the house set up and making my coffee, I just really want to make sure that this is an environment that I can flourish in and really enjoy. So I do spend a lot of time designing the house and making sure things look nice. But I also take time in the morning just to be able to make my coffee and always have my $5 candles somewhere. So I have the scent. It's a little bit different working from the office before and then transitioning here. I think that I love working from home, but I also think that you have to, you literally spend a 9 to 5 here, 40 hours a week. So how do you make home enjoyable, not just from the perspective of living, but also the decorations and the ambience and what's by you, and maybe investing in a $3 coffee cup instead of just a coffee mug. There's little simplicity or simple things to me that make a huge difference. One of the things that I started actually incorporating probably since the beginning of August was coming out here and just buying a really cute handy dandy notebook where I could essentially just talk about everything that I needed. What are my to-do notes for the day? I am very old school, so I like going back and having everything in note format. I don't know, I can't do Notion, I can't do tablets. It's just better in the morning this way. You get to see it, you get to visualize it, you can bring cute little color pens, whatever you like. So typically in the morning, I just talk about my to-dos. I have a little bit of like 15 minutes before I hit my morning daily huddle, and I talk about what do I have to do today? What are the priorities? What's maybe not that of an importance, but still needs to get done today? By having that note, it helps me mentally see clearer for the day, but also I get to spend some time with me. So after I go over and typically spend some time with my puppy, he lays on the couch every morning listening to jazz music. That's kind of his thing, but I just like spending this time together. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up, show you all what's on the agenda today, and we'll head into that beginning of the workday for the huddle. Everyone, so I just had my morning daily stand-up. We usually just talk about anything that we're doing, what we're working on for a client, and possibly any blockers that we may have for that current day. My day is quite light. I have a lot of other tasks to do for work, just in regards to a course that I'm launching internally for our tech team, which is a Salesforce team here. We're going to be teaching students essentially for a second cohort about flows, which is really cool. I'm acting as the project manager about it. So if you are interested in learning about how to get into project management internally, you can click this video up here and just learn a little bit more if you're interested. And then what I have also for the rest of the day, just to grab my handy dandy book, is do a lot of training documentation, how to best support my client. One of them are going to be ending the engagement with us, which means that us as consultants need to make sure that we're gathering all the information for them, such as training materials that they might find useful, or any things that we worked on, just so they can have that moving forward. That's always like a tip of advice when you're rolling off with a client. Some other things that I have to do is basically around that course that we talked about. So I'm going to be doing a few recordings for that. I'm going to be checking in with some of the individuals that are volunteered as instructors, which is really cool. We're leading a team of 6. And then lastly, I'm just going to go ahead and update my internal portfolio. That way our teams can see what skills that I may have. And I do suggest doing that if you are in tech and you have an internal portfolio. You can always update that with really cool things. Maybe like what you're doing, what you're leading. For example, I'm in a hackathon right now with 7 other developers, and we're developing a really cool, can't say it, but piece towards AI to be able to help the Salesforce platform a little bit more. So that's on my agenda today. I'm gonna record some of the meetings so you can see how that goes. And let's just make it a productive day. Towards the end, I'm going to take a break, take lunch, work out, and just do a little bit of self-care during the day, make sure that we stay active. So let's head back to work. So one really cool thing that I forgot to say was that with this course that we're launching, it's actually coming out via Workday. And for those that don't know what Workday is yet, it's a platform where you can go in and learn. Of course, it also has like your billing and your pay and your personal things, but it's also a really cool platform because you're able to have learning resources available to your organization. So essentially the courses and trainings and just those type of learnings that are e-recorded that you can come on and do. But I originally had the suggestion that since our course for the flow was launched at the first cohort and everybody really enjoyed it, it was a live session, we needed to have something more practical via time and just more at a slower learning pace where students just could learn at their own time and rewatch the recordings and not have to worry about attending every week. So we officially decided to launch the course via Workday, and that's what I'm working on now is the lectures, the prep behind, just getting the instructors together, making sure that they have the resources that they need, the recordings, the meetings with Workday, the design, everything that is important when essentially you're learning from a e-platform. We really want to make it special. So that's what I'm doing now is in about maybe an hour or so, I have a meeting with a design specialist through Workday that's going to help me navigate the slides that we're going to be doing. So really cool, exciting things. It's going to be available as of next month in September 2023, available to everybody located in my company, which is probably in the Salesforce department, 4,000 or 5,000 people. So that's very cool. You don't really get to realize the impact that you're having until it actually gets out there. But it's really cool just to be able to lead instructors and be the project manager, but also a flow expert within this course and teaching people how to feel more confident when it comes to complex ticket requests, maybe just making their life a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and record that meeting. You can see how it goes, a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get it out there. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I'm really excited. We have the course launching in 2 weeks, so I just really wanted to sync with you and just make sure that everything looks okay, that it is like appealing for the students when they come on, and I want to make sure that they're engaged, so I'm excited to meet with you. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I'm excited. So one of the really cool parts about working from home is that I actually get to spend a lot of time with my dog. As of recently, he had been sleeping on the floor. So what I decided to get him was this cute little beanbag. And obviously, he needs a little bit of a push getting on there, but once he gets on there, he really likes it. So I usually just carry him in the room, tuck him in, and he just passes out for a few hours, which is really nice. I think he likes the ambience in here. So we're gonna go ahead and put him in. It's his mid-morning nap. In actuality, these dogs sleep like 16 hours, but anyways, we're gonna put him away. So one thing that I found to be super useful when I have a treadmill here is to actually have tennis shoes just for in the room. I don't like wearing my shoes, well, period. We don't wear shoes inside the house, but I like having specific shoes for essentially like the treadmill. So what I'm gonna do now is get my steps in. I try and at least get 6,000 to 7,000 steps in. If I'm being realistic, I can't hit the 10, I just get too tired. But that's mainly because we have a workout going on. So I pump myself up. I, in the midday, take BCAAs, essentially what that is for people that don't know. It gives you energy during the day if you are feeling a little bit low. And I feel like because I'm not socializing as much or not moving as much, especially just sitting down and eyes on the screen, you gotta have some type of way to move around. You have energy stored, so gotta release it. So I got my tennis shoes. We're gonna hop on the treadmill and at least trying to get 5,000 steps in today. Are you hungry? Wait. Let's go. Should we try the people? Yeah? Okay, let's go.
I bet you still don't give a fuck. Your reputation's ruined. Rest your head, you haven't figured this out.
Hello. Okay, I guess we're ready to go in. All right, go ahead. What I've typically noticed when I'm working at the computer for a long time is that my eyes tend to get really puffy. It's not a cute look. So what I try and do is that I've actually bought this off of Amazon. It's a 24 gold eye sheet mask, and it's basically a treatment to help your eyes look brighter, or at least should I say underneath, look brighter and not puff as much. Water also helps too. So having this treatment during the day really helps me feel a lot better. So my suggestion for people that are working from home, they kind of feel a little icky, they need a little bit of refresh, is just getting some type of treatment, whether that be like a face mask or the eye mask. Give yourself that feeling of feeling good. And it's really easy to just be able to apply this. So that's my suggestion for people that work from home. I'm gonna get this on and continue work. Some exciting news to share, and I'll share it first on the blog, is that we just met with Workday, and I was able to officially determine that all of the lectures have been recorded by our instructors, and we're just doing some finalization, working with the UI UX team to make it more user-friendly or learner-friendly, should I say. So we're essentially in the last steps of designing this flow project. It's super exciting. I am like beyond the moon ecstatic. This has been a project that we've been doing for about 7 or 8 months at this point. It's just going to be really rewarding to be able to get this project up. So essentially what we went over was making sure that all the materials were prepared, that all the instructors had the material that they needed, and that they're able to send me essentially their recordings, because this is going to be an e-learning class where students can take their time, take as much learning development time that they need essentially. So I'm really excited to get that course up, and we're almost to the finish line. What I have next to do for the rest of the day is go over my handy dandy to-dos. It looks like we just have to finish the documentation that we talked about for the client, and we're also just going to do some final touch bases with some internal projects that I have going on, and it's all related to AI. Our company is kind of at the forefront of it right now in development for technology solutions. So yay AI. And then lastly, I'm just gonna make sure that all of my instructors feel okay and they're ready to move forward and they have a status update. As you can see, I'm balancing both between Salesforce Consultant and Project Manager. It's just really cool to be able to do that. And we'll be finishing up the day, hitting the gym, and that's about it. And I just hope that you all have been enjoying coming along what is a really chill day in the life of a Salesforce consultant working at home. No. Okay, well, hey everybody, it's midday. I am getting ready to clock out. Just for today, like I said, it was a really relaxing, calm day, calm Thursday, and I was able to get a lot done after the morning meetings, daily huddle, and just checking with my instructors, and also just creating some documentation for my client ultimately as we transition off the project. Now that I'm coming off a project, my hours are pretty light, which means that I have a lot more focus to be able to devote to this upcoming project that's coming out in the next 2 weeks. So my time the rest of the day is just going to be spent recording my own demos and then also reviewing my instructors' demos too, and then any last things that I need to get in for the day. I have my best bud, which tends to go everywhere with me, and we just kind of hang out here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff done and hopefully finish by 5 so we can get out and do a workout just to kind of finish off the day. So I'm gonna head back into work. 'Cause that's the only way for me to say those words, just wait. So one thing for me that like usually hits around 2 o'clock is my energy declines. I don't know if that happens to you all, but I have a heavy dependency on water, fruit, not eating so much carbs because carbs make me sleepy, but also just getting in my amino acids for the day and vitamins, of course, too. So that's why I typically go for my amino acids. I find them quite helpful. You can check them out. I'll link out just below. But I just find it really helpful during the midday to just give that little bit of energy boost that I need. And having the amino acids is really perfect for that. So if you're ever looking for like a spark of energy or just to kind of push you through the last of the 2 hours or 1 hour that you may have, this is really good for you. I would highly consider it. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour myself a glass and then we'll finish up the rest of the workday. Cheers. Simple as that. My favorite mid-time drink. It gives a lot of energy, helps push throughout the day. And yeah, so just to kind of finish out on what the day consisted of, we got our daily stand-up in, we checked in with our instructors. I was able to work with the UI UX designers to get this course and make sure it's designed just in the best interest for the students, because we all have different learning styles. So I really want to make sure that we're really catering to every type of learner, visual, whatever you may be. It was just a successful day and it was just so refreshing to be able to focus on my clients, finish things up, but also on internal projects. I think it's really important if you have the opportunity to be able to do things internally for your teammates and help them grow, and just to be able to really manage a project has opened up my experiences, but also desire to possibly chase consulting and project management at the same time. So I'm excited, and let's go ahead and have our drink. We'll finish up the rest of the day, clock out at 5, and then hit the gym. It's officially 5 p.m. So excited, can finally go and work out. Today's day was just the perfect example of how a not so busy consultant can end up being. Today was one of those days that I just made sure the documentation was updated for my clients. And I also made sure that any of my internal projects that I'm doing is completed and they're able to keep within the project scope and make sure that we're actually moving ahead with things. I'm gonna go ahead and start clocking out, and we're gonna go hit the gym because I've been sitting for way too long, and I think my buddy over here might be getting a little irritated himself. So let's go ahead and finish up and we'll go outside. Is it time to clock out? Hey friends, it's officially 5:02, which means I'm done. I need to take the time to stretch, work out. We have actually a home gym here, which is really cool, as you can see in the back. Today is back day and a little bit of leg day. My husband was a trainer before in the military and a cop and all these things. So I thankfully don't have to worry about workouts. So I have them all tracked, all planned. You're gonna see him come out quite soon and help me finish out the workout. But I'm excited. Been losing a lot of weight lately and just feeling in a better mental health space, physically, mentally, spiritually. I mean, just the whole thing. But this is an awesome home gym. We have music blasting and just kind of get in the zone. It's our way of decompressing, and we don't have to spend a bill at the gym anymore. So let's go ahead and hit the weights. I need to turn on some music. We have like an hour session here. Probably gonna pass out after, but let's get it in. Everybody, that's a wrap. The workout is done. It took literally an hour, almost at 6 o'clock right now. That hit the spot. I just love being able to work out after work and get everything in. It's really relaxing. So I hope you enjoyed coming along the day in the life of a Salesforce consultant, working from home, learning a little bit more about how to create a course, the importance of UI, UX design, a little bit of project manager mixed in there, and of course the Salesforce consulting skills that come along with it. But I really hope that everybody kind of saw like days are different depending on what's going on with your current clients. As you heard earlier, I am coming off of a project right now and things are settling, but we do have a launch of a new project coming up, which is AI focused and really cool stuff coming next week. So I'm enjoying this time to get ahead of things and just feel back in the groove of things. So thank you again for coming along. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you like this type of content, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.